and today I'm here to react to episode 8 of School Spirits, which is the last episode of the season. I know we haven't got like a confirmation of anything about a season 2 or anything like that, but I really hope we do. So I feel like before I start the episode, I have to get into like my final prediction. And I feel like there's so many thoughts and theories that I've had throughout this entire season, and trying to just pick one is really hard because like I said, there's a lot that like I'm not sure what's setting up a season 2 and what actually has to do with Madison. One interesting thing though is this episode is called Madison's Body, which I like all the episode titles. I don't think I've mentioned this before, but I like them all because they're based on like other movie titles and it's really cute. And I think this is supposed to be based on Jennifer's body, but it is a good reminder that we haven't found Madison's body. Like throughout the whole entirety of this season, Maddie's body is still missing in terms of like the real world and also the ghost world. She does not know where her body is. So I feel like that's going to be a big clue as to what this is about. And yeah, if I had to give a final theory hypothesis going into this, I don't know exactly who the killer is. I really don't. I don't have a guess, but I do think it's something to do with Mr. Martin and some kind of possession ghost thing. So I don't think whoever actually killed her, if it turns out to be someone we know, I think it's going to turn out that they were possessed by a ghost or something like that, or taken over by a ghost. Dawn mentioned briefly last episode how that can happen, and I just feel like the vibes we've been getting from Mr. Martin are so off lately, and it makes so much sense why he doesn't want Maddie figuring out what happened to her when you think that would be the #1 thing to get her to move on. So yeah, that is my final kind of guess. It's not really like a locked and loaded person, but I do think there's just a lot more to the story. I don't think it's a simple answer of it's this person. So yeah, we'll see what happens, and I'm excited to find out and finally get the answer. Oh my goodness, she is very high up there. Did they actually put her up there? Because I would be like, please tie a rope around my waist. I don't want to do that. Thank you. Oh, the necklace. That's the big mystery too about what happened to that. Oh, he found the necklace so she doesn't have the cash on her? So then who has the cash that Nicole buried? That's so confusing. Because who would have known else that she buried it there? A ghost can't dig that up. Yeah, you know, I hate to agree with Xavier, but it is kind of crappy that like an innocent person will go down for this when like they have information that could potentially help. Not that I think the sheriff would be the most open to hearing it, but still, you know, just saying that like our futures are in jeopardy. Like, what about Maddie's? What about the janitor? Like, there's a lot in play here. Yeah, there's also that. I kind of think Nicole owes Maddie for what happened, that she should go immediately to the police and tell them what happened, even if she doesn't have anything to back it up. I feel like Mr. A could back it up, and if anything, it would help his case more and then denying it. So the only thing is Claire would get in trouble, and they don't know about that. No, he's lying. He's lying about something. He wouldn't be so shifty and nervous if he didn't know the answer. He'd be more curious. No, I don't buy it. I don't. Ah, look who's come to talk to her, of course. My favorite couple. Yeah, and Mr. M is not helping, believe it or not. I mean, I don't think it's her mom. I really don't. I think it's another red herring, but I also think it would be too, like, there's too many shows like this where it turns out to be the parent. Riverdale, the new Pretty Little Liars remake, like, it would just be too obvious. Stop. I love them, and I love him, and I just hope they end up together. Oh, yes. It is okay. He's got to. I just love this so much. But I have a feeling she's going to end up with Simon. Like, if this gets more seasons down the road. It's just so sweet. Like, I don't know how you can't love him and love them and just... People have finally started writing fan fiction for them, and I thank each and every one of you who has, because it's like, it's just so good. It's so good. It makes me so happy. Xavier's really stepped up. I still don't love him. I'll never love him because of what he did to Maddie and how horrible it was. But I do appreciate that, like, it seems to have gone beyond, like, I feel like when he was helping the mom and stuff like, that was just like, oh, I feel guilty and I'm trying to make myself feel better. Now I feel like it's truly like he wants to find out what happened to her and he's not giving up and not taking his literal dad as the sheriff's answer of just like, it's gonna be okay as an answer, and like actually pushing the charge, and I appreciate and recognize that at least. I feel like she's like there's still like she doesn't like Claire obviously, but I feel like there's also like a little jealousy because I do think she was starting to like Xavier and they were definitely hinting at a relationship with them, but he seems pretty strong with Claire now, so I feel like she's like upset on Maddie's behalf, but also like jealous on, Nicole's. Maddie never told them about that? Come on, I thought we told them everything. She's known about that for a while. Two? It's not Rhonda, is it? And she's been lying to them about what actually happened to her? Who is it? What? Janet? So he and Janet died in a fire the same time? Yeah, they've been keeping that a secret then for 60 years. Pretty much every ghost that's been there then they've been lying to about that. What's the point? That's so confusing. Also, I will say I haven't seen that use of I don't even know what you call those things, but I haven't seen that good use of it since the last Stranger Things season. Makes me want to use one. It seems like it always solves a mystery. No, that was her college money, I would assume, and she wants to move her to a new place senior year. Like, what is she thinking? Yeah, what is she talking about? You can't just move her whole life. Yikes. Um, yeah, that was kind of had to happen. Oh my gosh. Oh, so here's where they ended up in the boiler room. So she did go to the boiler room with her mom. Ugh, if only the janitor had been there or something. This all could have been avoided. Because she clearly never leaves this room. Oh my gosh. I mean, yeah, showing up to school and saying, I'm moving you and I bought a new house with your college fund is not the best move. Like, oh, what was she thinking? Oh my gosh. I can't believe this was the last conversation she had with her. Oh, there's where she lost the necklace. So whoever killed her didn't take it off of her. That's interesting. Yikes. I can't believe this is the last conversation her mom had with her. No wonder she's been feeling so guilty and wanting to find Maddie and be better for her. But it wasn't the mom, because the mom's leaving, and I don't think she would come back. And she doesn't really seem like mad upset. She seems upset, but like because she's realizing what Maddie's saying is true. Not mad enough that she'd come back and then whack her. Someone really thought they did something with that line. I'm sorry. I mean, yeah, that's a good point. You blackmail each other. Xavier's like, see, you can bond over this. Like, you stay out of this, sir. No one in this car is getting along right now, and it is truly amazing to see because they all did something messed up. So I feel like no one has a high horse to stand on right now. Don't leave her alone out there. Something could happen to her. I don't think we should split up like this. Like, again, if it was 2-2, I'd feel better, but 2-1 makes me nervous for whoever the one is. Claire can handle herself, though, actually, out of anyone. If it was Xavier left alone, I'd be worried, but Claire, she's got this. Are those, like, all their obituaries or something? Because didn't that look like the notebook he wanted Maddie to write in? Yeah, they are their obituaries. Why would he... Subject? Why is he talking about them like they're lab rats? And that doesn't mean, I'm sorry, you don't really care about someone if you can talk about them like that, like subject, specimen A. No, 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 you stay away from her, sir. You back away. Back away. I don't think that's a good idea because I'm thinking this seems like something that he uses to trap them so they can't get out or something like that because Dawn, they said, was never part of the group, so maybe Dawn never wrote an obituary and that's why she could move on, whereas, like, if he has you write them and then puts them down in his creepy little bunker, he can collect them forever and be like, hey, you're not leaving now. Dude, you have a truck. Jump in the backseat of the truck. You totally could have made it. Dude just got flattened. Oh my gosh, Xavier. You can't die here. We need you to die in the school so you could be a ghost with everyone else. He started the fire? They need to go find Maddie right now. Oh yeah, she's known since that episode when we saw her in the bunker, probably. But how could she not tell them? They're her friends, and they're stuck like she is. What? Why? Did he, like, cause them to die? Like, has he been causing these to try and, I don't know, figure out a way back into the living or something? Then why didn't you say anything before? Like, they need to go find Maddie ASAP. She's alone with him right now. Oh no, the door's stuck. How is it locked? They're literally ghosts. Is it made out of iron or something? I'm so worried for Maddie right now. She's alone with him and she doesn't know any of the stuff they know and she's just starting to, like, trust him and... Oh, I'm nervous. What? What? First of all, I have never even close up, let alone far away, got a video to look that good on my camera on the phone like she did. And second of all, what? That's why they can't find her body, because there is no body. It's still hopping around possessed by someone. Oh, is she hearing them? Okay, thank goodness. Thank goodness that's where she gets sent back to. It's awful, like, knowing, even if we don't know what exactly happened, but what happened, you know? That this is her last moments in her body, I guess. Since her body's still out there, living its life. Very good song choice once again. This is a good song. Why can she see him when she's still alive? Janet killed her. She knocked her spirit out so Janet could take it. Oh, Maddie. But still, why could she see them before then? And he's known this whole time and never said anything. Wow. Get them out, get them out. Yeah, tell her, tell her. She has to remember. What did he do? I just know he had something to do with them being locked in there. And it's just her word against his now and all the other ghosts if the rest of them are locked up. He's a murderer. Maybe unintentionally, but he's a murderer. At least unintentionally with her, but intentionally with whatever he's been doing with the other ghosts. Because he was clearly experimenting on something with Janet. This is so creepy. It's like pixel perfect with the lightning is what it made me think of. Okay, that woman is terrible at her job. There's a missing poster 10 feet from where you're working and you're not like, hey, you're the girl that's missing. What did you do, Janet? I mean, you can't say that was accidental. She threw herself at her body and now she's skipping town. This is insane. Like, can we admit that? This is... I mean, I was kind of right in my guess, but it is so much more messed up and twisted than I ever imagined. And I can't even imagine what season 2 is going to be like, but we better freaking get it because there are so many questions I have now. Like, this turns everything on its head. Everything. Because it's like, now Simon doesn't believe that he's really seeing her, so he's not going to be a help anymore. Xavier might be dead, dying, or very, very hurt. And then they all think that even if Maddie is able to find a way to come back, that now she's the one that hit Xavier. And there's no way to explain that away. And this ruins, not to harp on this, but Wally and Maddie cannot end up together if they find a way to get Janet out of her body and Maddie back into her body, because then Maddie can go on ahead and live her life and Wally's still a ghost, and that means they can't end up together. And it's not the biggest thing, but I'm sad about that because it's clearly going to be Simon that she probably ends up with if they're able to get her back in her body, which I think they would do considering someone is taking over it. Janet, what the heck? Oh my gosh, all the revelations have me spinning. That is crazy, but so well done. Like, I think we all knew something was up with Mr. Martin and Janet just because of everything that had been happening, but to that level, like, to know that he not only has something to do with Maddie, but, like, has been working and, like, using all the ghosts for some nefarious purpose, and they don't even realize it, and they've trusted him, and, like, you know, Rhonda said, like, bared their soul and their secrets to him. Like, that was a really good finale. I loved this show. I sincerely, sincerely hope we get a second season, but I'm definitely going to be checking the comic book when it comes out. I think it's supposed to come out next year, and I definitely want to check that out, see if maybe it goes a little further into detail and stuff like that. But wow, what a great show, and what a great finale, and what a great series of revelations. My jaw's on the floor. I don't even really know what to say. So yeah, if you have seen the episode, please feel free to leave your thoughts about it down in the comments. Thank you guys all so much for watching all the episodes with me. I had so much fun, like, reading all your theories, getting, like, tips that you saw that I missed and stuff like that, and it was just such a blast. I so enjoyed it, and yeah, like I said, I really hope we can get some more episodes in the future. So thank you guys all so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye!